guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shay and this is Manifesting with Karmic Side Gal. If you're new here, thank you for joining me. What I like to do on my channel is talk about manifestation, different techniques, and then also I talk about spirituality, talk about my journey, just to help others and to assist them in their ascension. And I also do divination, all kinds of things. So thanks again for checking out my channel. Today I am going to be doing a tarot reading, but these readings are a lot different than what I normally do. So Spirit came to me in a dream and he spoke to me about the tree of life. They spoke to me about the tree of life as I was meditating. The other day I had a dream and it was about a tree. And I was like, what is this dream about? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. But then I was meditating yesterday, and in two different times that I was meditating, when I close my eyes, normally I see, like colors and visualization. Sometimes I might be getting downloads, but I just seen this tree and I just could see the leaves close up on me, and it was just like speaking to me like the tree of life. And I really wanted to come to talk to you guys a little bit about the tree of life and about a little bit life paths and specifically your north and south node placements. So I feel like I don't want to do readings for sun signs anymore. I feel like it is more helpful and healing to assist people in their ascension, specifically coming from their north and south node placements. This kind of connects with the tree of life biblically, from a biblical sense. There is the tree of life and there is the tree of knowledge and evil. So the tree of knowledge and evil is the tree that was in the Garden of Eden that Eve bit, and after she ate the apple, then she was able to see just as God was able to see. So basically, after that, Adam and Eve realized they were naked. They had all these realizations to them of the 3D that in the 5D necessarily don't matter. And God kicked them out of the kingdom of heaven. So he locked basically the gates to the tree of life. But we can access the tree of life because, in my opinion, heaven is not a physical place. Heaven is a spiritual realm which you can connect to as a human. Heaven is a mentality and hell is a mentality. What you believe, what you see, that is what your life is, period. So we can access the tree of life. And what the Bible says is that he who has eaten from the tree of life will have everlasting life. And mostly the tree of life is about separating your ego from your consciousness. It is about coming to terms with and believing that your existence is not because of you. Everything that you do, every thought that you have, every choice that you make, none of it is because of you. This is about divine timing, divine intervention, and really us just being Sims as humans. I don't know if any of y'all ever played the game Sims, but it's something that I played growing up and still play. And basically you create a person, you put them in the world that you want them to live in, the specific town, you give them a job that you want them to work, and basically they live their life and they have free will technically, but anytime you are touching them and clicking them and playing with them, you are ultimately taking control over their free will. And I just came to the realization that is what the tree of life is. The tree of life is just basically saying that although we do have free will, ultimately our life is being controlled by the Most High. And what that means as far as living your life in the tree of life instead of in the tree of knowledge and evil is that you are hyper conscious of the fact that nothing is because of you. Everything is because of God. Everything that you have. And this is why the vibration of gratitude and love is so amazing and so healing, because as long as you are thankful and are acknowledging that everything that you have and everything that you are is from God, because you are of God, then you will be more fruitful. What the Bible says is that the tree of life, all of the fruits is heavenly fruit. All of it will be amazing, beautiful, delicious fruit. Now, the tree of knowledge and evil, that fruit will never bear positive fruit. It may seem great, but it will never be long term or long lasting, because these are things that you cultivated with the thought process that you cultivated, that you created it, that you are the owner of these things. There is this saying, and I believe it's by Osho Zen, and it's about nothingness. It's about knowing that you are basically nothing. We are having a soul having a human experience, and none of this is technically fucking real. This is the Matrix. So what nothingness means is that you are nothing, because everything you are is God. All of these things that we fill ourselves with are personalities, the type of things that we like. All of these things are really just things that we've absorbed from our environments, people around us, what we see, what we hear. These is what make up us, right? When in all actuality, we are just God, and all things are of God, because God created all things. And you just have to separate your ego from your consciousness to be hyper aware of that and really bear fruit from the tree of life. Really be fruitful, have long-term stability, have just, life is just good, period. So with all of that being said, today's reading, I am going to be reading all of the North and all the North Node placements, talking a little bit about the South Node placements, and just giving you guys some insights. Later on, I think I'll do these more in depth, where I'm doing like separate videos and stuff like that. But just because it's the first time and I want to take more time and study and learn about the different North and South Node placements, then I'll be able to do more in depth and give more information. So the first signs I'm going to start with are, of course, my North and South Node placements, because I'm the most knowledgeable about them. Obviously, I have learned so much about them so that I can learn so much about who it is that God created me to be. If you are unaware of what North and South Node placements are, North Node placements is basically exactly what I said, who you were created to be in this lifetime that you're in right now. What is your soul's mission? Your South Node, some people consider to be your past lives, or even yourself as a lower vibration. So North and South Node placements are going to be found in your birth chart. It will be listed at maybe the last placement that may say North Node or True North or something of that nature. And your South Node, you know that because it's the opposing sign. If you guys have any knowledge on astrology, opposing signs tend to mirror each other because they carry the same energy, but it's on opposite sides of the spectrum. So it's like that saying, going from 0 to 100 real quick. If Virgo is on this end of the spectrum, Pisces is on this end of the spectrum. And somewhere in the middle, they meet and they have similar personalities, similar behaviors, and really similar thought process. But overall, they're on opposite sides of the spectrum. So let me just jump right into the reading. So the first sign that I said I'm going to be doing is Aquarius North Node, Leo North Node. So the thing about Aquarius North Node and Leo North Node, what it is overall, their soul mission and what they came to this earth at this time to do, is to be of service to others and to serve themselves. So like I said about it being from total different opposites of the spectrum, when you think about Aquariuses, they are like this quirky personalities. They're very different, very sociable. Somehow Aquarius seems to attract a lot of people, and Leos vibrate on that same exact energy. They kind of just are so into themselves that it attracts other people to feel that way about them. Whereas Aquarius, they naturally have that ability to attract people to them, but they have a harder time really coming to terms with how awesome they actually are, which is so sad, because I know a bunch of Aquarius and I feel like they're all amazing people and they all have so much to contribute. So basically in this lifetime, as a Aquarius North Node or a Leo North Node, you want to come to terms with how you can be of service to other people. And just depending on your life path, other signs in your chart, stuff like that, that will say specifically how that will come into fruition. Sorry. Thank you, Spirit. So today I just want to come with some messages specifically right now for Aquarius and Leo North Nodes to give you guys, you know, some direction right now, or where you are in your current state of life. This is already so beautiful. Okay, Spirit said that's all. So the first two cards that I got was Beyond Illusion. I'm sorry, the lighting. Beyond Illusion, and also the Fool. So I'm just going to start with the Fool. The Fool is the vibration of the number 0, which what I was just saying about nothingness, about coming to the understanding that what it is, what your tree, you are a tree, right? What your tree is going to bear in the world is going to be fruitful for other people. As an Aquarius or a Leo North Node, your gifts and talents are going to be what is going to help, how you're going to be of service to help other people. So with the Fool, this energy is taking a leap out on faith, starting something new, starting from the ground up. It's literally the vibration 0. So this is like infinite possibilities here that you have, Aquarius and Leo North Node. And then the next card that we have is Beyond Illusion. So first, I am seeing that for my Aquarius and Leo North Nodes, you guys definitely should get more in tune with, get more in tune with your intuition. Definitely meditate. And I definitely do see like a karmic cycle here with the butterfly. If you haven't seen my video on animal totems, you should check out that first video in that series, and where I talk about butterflies and all the things that they are, how they signify change and sudden change, and basically I want to say a huge change, but like it's kind of like you go from here to there very quickly. It's like you skip some steps or something. So that is what I see for you guys here. And then the next 3 cards that came out are the Knight of Wands, the Strength card, and then the Emperor. So we have 3 major arcana cards here, which definitely means like huge changes and significant ego deaths. If you don't know what ego death is, it's basically like when you have a sudden realization of a past thought process and how it maybe was just a logical thought process. It actually wasn't. It's like seeing the reality and the truth of things. That is what an ego death is. So first with the Knight of Wands, the first thing to be said about this is an energy of being very motivated. This is somebody that has a goal in mind. This is someone that is seizing the opportunity. So especially with the Fool here, whatever it is, Aqua and Leo North nodes, you guys definitely want to take advantage of this opportunity at this time right now. This is divine timing, and Spirit wants you to know that you are strong enough to do everything. You can do everything that you want to do. It's very important to stay grounded. I'm definitely feeling that energy of making sure that you keep your root chakra aligned so that your third eye chakra can work properly. If you see with the Strength card how this woman is ahead of the lion, and the lion is actually pretty tame. And you know what I feel called to tell you guys is that it's one of those situations where I'm trying to like figure out how can I articulate it from my mind into the atmosphere. Okay, so this is what Spirit is saying to you. It takes more strength to react differently or approach a situation or a goal or person. It requires more strength to do something new, to do something out of the ordinary, to do something that your old or past self or lower vibration or self or even your south node placement absolutely would not do. It takes more strength to do that than it is to just go with what's happening to you. I know what I said about the tree of life, and I know what my philosophy is as far as being in tune with the universe and being open to what it is that the universe has for you. But our lower vibrational selves are there to show us our shadow side. They're there to expose us to the things and the people that trigger us, because triggers show us what needs healing. It's easier to be broken. It's easier to be traumatized because we can go about that same with those same thought processes and patterns our whole life. But it's harder to make that big change. It's harder to take control of your life. And what Spirit is saying is that you have the strength to do that. You can do this. You can break generational curses. You don't have to be the same person that you used to be. If people used to say you're toxic or you're selfish or whatever it is that people used to say that you were, or even if you claim those things for yourself and believe them, it's really important for you to understand that every day is a new day, and that every day you have a chance, a new time to basically be a new you. Live the life that you want to live the life that God created you to live. Like, picture yourself as a sim. Picture yourself thinking that God placed you in this world. He placed you in a specific location. He placed you in a specific group of people so that you would have these experiences, and ultimately these experiences will bring you into yourself and how you can help heal the world. And then the next card that we have is the Emperor. So you know the Emperor, first of all, this is some boss bitch energy. This is the energy of someone taking control and seizing the moment and letting other people know what's up. I feel called to tell you guys that you need to get your boundaries in check for yourself and for other people around you. Don't let anybody walk all over you. Make sure that you are directing your energy towards the things and people that deserve your energy. And if somebody's not reciprocating, then you have to be able to recognize that, be strong enough to stand in your power and say, I don't like it when you do that. Hey, that is overstepping my boundaries. Just be very clear in what it is that you want and what it is that you require. And those people that are meant to be in your life, those people that are in alignment with your life purpose, will not only meet you where you are at, but they will understand. And then just for shits and giggles, I'm just going to go ahead and do some romance angels. I didn't say what decks I was using, but I am using the Osho Zen Tarot. This is my favorite. If you're into oracle decks, if you like to really see the meaning behind cards, get this deck. And then the second deck that I'm using is the Modern Witch Tarot deck. I love the photos in these. I love that it's multicultural and inclusive to the LGBT community. So definitely cop that deck. And then the last deck that I'm using is the Romance Angels. Okay. You can't see this. I'm sorry, y'all. It says, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. And then pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So I feel like right now in your human experience, you may be involved with a person or even just platonic relationships in your life, even relationships with your parents, because I am seeing, like, you know, some inner child here in this first card. You want to be authentic. I feel like the getting to know each other card, although it's about learning and understanding other people and having compassion for others and forgiveness, it's also about learning yourself, because you have to know yourself before other people can learn and love you properly. How are they going to love a projection of you? Because they'll be constantly giving things to the person that they think you are instead of who you really are on the inside. You got to be authentic, especially, you know, Aquarius and Leos, we're a different breed for real. You know what I mean? Like, we stand apart from other people, and a lot of times our perception becomes our reality. And just like I said before about every day being a new day, your perception does not have to be your reality. Your reality is who God created you to be. And I think you just need to take some time to learn and understand who you really are. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. I actually feel like this chemistry card is more towards your ambition and your goals in life. Whatever it is that you are either starting a new journey with as far as your career, you're very passionate about it. And if you don't know yet what it is that you want to do, follow your heart and seek the things that you are passionate and that you have a lot of chemistry for and with. Things that you can co-create with the universe with. Things that ultimately brings you fulfillment. Though that is what is going to be in your life purpose. That is what is going to help you so that you can reach other people. You have to heal yourself so that you can heal others. And your main purpose as an Aquarius and Leo North Node is really just being of service to other people. And you have to figure out how it is that you are going to be of service specifically. And then it says, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So I feel like specifically you guys should be paying attention to different plants. In this card, she is holding like some type of, it looks like a peace lily, honestly. And there will be messages there. I want you to pay attention of the things that are not in alignment with you and the things that are in alignment with you. The things that you naturally gravitate towards, the people that you can't stop thinking about, people that you just ultimately have this undying love and compassion for no matter what. Those are the people that are going to be in line with you. And everyone else is not. Everyone else can go. So that is the message that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for checking out this video. And I really hope that you enjoy this series. If you are a Virgo North Node or a Pisces North Node, this reading is for you. So as a Virgo or a Pisces North Node, your life purpose is going to be stationed in your emotions. And that seems normal for a Pisces because they are a water sign. And a lot of people see Virgos as very analytical, and we definitely are. But the thing about Virgos is that they are not very in touch with their emotions. And what I was saying earlier about Pisces and Virgo, well, I said Pisces over here, Virgo over here, being at total different opposites in the spectrum. And somewhere in the middle, they meet. And when they meet, there is similarities between the signs. But then these opposing things are what we could learn from that other sign. So Pisces are known for being emotional, being in tune with their spirituality, and Virgos are more logical and analytical. So they kind of see things exactly as they are. They see things in the material world, where Pisces have the capability of seeing things in a spiritual or elusive type of sense, if that makes sense. So what it is as a Virgo North Node and a Pisces North Node is basically being in tune with your emotions, to one, be detached enough from your emotions, and to be logical enough with your emotions. There has to be a balance, and that is where your life purpose is going to come into fruition. It's super important as a Virgo and a Pisces North Node just to be, it's like they give me that real like heart chakra energy for real. Like Virgos are the nurturers. They know how to make other people feel good. Like if you have like a Virgo Venus placement, they are probably the best lovers ever because they are so detailed and really people pleasers, which can be a downfall. So what it is as a Virgo and a Pisces North Node is basically really finding that even kilter of being one with your emotions, but not being attached to any one emotion, and not being too logical in your standpoint of seeing your emotions. So it's all about detachment and how it is that you will be able to help the world from that perspective. So I am first using the Osho Zen Tarot deck. It's my favorite. And then also the Modern Witch, which is really great because it is LGBT friendly. And then what else I'm using? Oh, Romance Angels. And I feel like it's to be said that these are technically knockoffs because Doreen Virtue, who is the creator of these decks, she did go back to Jesus technically, which I don't understand why you can't be in both places, but to each their own. And she is no longer making these decks. So the company that is making them, they're just pretty much knockoffs. Okay. So the cards that came out for you guys is first conditioning, isolation. Sorry, my fingers are. And the Master. So first I'm going to start with the Master. This is basically like the Magician in regular tarot. If you guys know anything about that card, it's all about having the tools that you need to create the life that you want. The Magician is the alchemist. They can create something from nothing. They can take one thing and make it into something completely different. And it's because God has given them all the tools they need to do that. Virgos have this master. They are the creators, like I said. So they are master manifestation people. Pisces, they are the last zodiac sign. They are actually the most well-rounded zodiac sign, and they also are the closest to the veil. So for what people think in 3D is not realistic, they have the capability to see things from an unrealistic standpoint, which allows them to manifest more easily, if that makes any sense. So this master card is just speaking that you need to tap into those abilities. You guys, being a Virgo and a Pisces North Node, have the abilities to create your life. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. You can create it. But with the isolation card here, it's really about going inward and being observant of your emotions and how it is that those emotions are affecting your manifestations. When you are able to easily manifest things and you hold on to certain emotions, you tend to manifest things in your life that you may not necessarily want. So if you are operating from a space of lack, like just not having the things that you need and thinking that you won't ever be able to have them, if you really have that low vibration, those things are going to manifest in your life. And it may seem like, oh, my life sucks, bad things keep happening to me. And it's really because you are committed to bad things happening to you. That's all you think. That's all you vibrate on are the bad things. And it's super important that you guys are being well-rounded and balanced within your emotions and just really letting them move freely through you, experiencing them. If you see with the isolation card, this is somebody that is like rock hard. Like they have this wall up where they don't necessarily want people to get inside of them, but on the inside they're crying, like they're hurting. And I feel really called to tell you guys it's okay to ask for help. And this is random as hell, but you know, like in Frozen, the movie where Olaf says some people are worth melting for. I want to bring this card closer, okay? If you can see, he's like boxed up like Frozen. And he's like crying tears of gold, which is really giving me that alchemy energy again. If you know specifically of the book Alchemist, an alchemist was able to take just regular sand and make it into gold. I feel like you guys have that ability. You can really just take something that is very minimal and really create the life that you want to. But what is really important is allowing people to get close to you, allowing yourself to be open. It's okay. You don't have to be hard all the time. You don't have to put up a front. And with the conditioning card, first of all, this is big Leo energy. So you may have Leo placement. Some of you may have like a Leo sun, or even maybe you just have like Leo in your first house. This is specifically saying, well, first I just want to bring this card closer. If you could see that lion, his hands are tied. And it's like in a normal habitat, if a lion was surrounded by sheep, it would attack them. It would mutilate them pretty much. And this is really speaking to me about your emotions, specifically Virgo and Pisces North Node. When you let your emotions build up and build up and build up, they overcome you and they become stronger than yourself. Those emotions can manifest in your real life, like I said. You have to condition yourself in order to reach your higher self, in order to become in alignment so you can figure out your specific purpose. You have to condition yourself to think and see things for what they really are, to detach your emotions from what is actually happening. And you have to condition yourself to believe that you can manifest everything that you want. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, that's the wrong deck. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the first card that came out was the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. And like I was saying before, with the placements, we tend to mirror our opposing signs energy. So although everybody says Hermit is very Virgo like, if you really know any Pisces really well, especially if they even have like a Pisces rising sign, they are somebody that tends to wear the emotions on their sleeve, and they do so much of it that it becomes exhausting. Being emotional is exhausting if you're not just letting those feelings come to you, feeling them, acknowledging them, trying to resolve them, and then release them. If you're not doing that, then you're going to find yourself in this Hermit energy. And I feel like right now you guys are in that space where you got to take some time to yourself. Think about the things that are important to you, and also just really take the time to sit with your feelings and your emotions. So the next card that I got is the Eight of Pentacles. This is all about being hard at work at something, and this is specifically telling me about your manifestations. I just really want to say to you guys, do not get distracted. I know as a Virgo and as a Pisces North Node, it's easily to get distracted with the things around you, because you can be so attached to the physical realm. You can be so attached to a job, so attached to a relationship, so attached to a specific outcome. And it is really important here. If you can see this woman, she's working. First of all, she already has all of these pentacles lined up. They're in order, okay? And that is definitely giving big Virgo energy. But she is focused, okay? Although she could be outside, she could be in the city, she could even be in the nature. But what she is doing is being absolutely focused on what is in front of her. I feel really called to tell you guys that it is super important to be mindful of where you are directing your energy. Be mindful of what it is that you are focusing the majority of your time and space to, because those are the things that are going to grow in your life. Like I said, if you tend to think about mostly negative things or bad things happening to you, then they're going to continue to manifest in your life. Just focus on the good. Whatever it is that is good and happening in your life, you got to stay focused on that. And then we got the Five of Swords here. So this is definitely some more emotions here, but this is more like an aggressive energy. I feel like you guys have to be careful with your words when you are in a space of whatever emotion. If you're angry, this is something I feel like Virgos and Pisces are known for, that they can really lash you with their tongue. They can really hurt your fucking feelings, okay? And I think it's very important that as a Virgo and as a Pisces North Node, you kind of go around collecting people and discarding them when they are not any use to you anymore. If you can see here in this picture, there's this woman and she kind of is wearing a lab coat like she's a doctor. You know, she probably considers herself to be some type of healer, and she's a little bit standing in her ego. She has these swords. She's like, yeah, these are mine. I can only carry 3 of them, so I dropped the other 2. And if those people wanted, they could pick them up. And you can see those other 2 people in the background. One of them, she's got her turned back and it visibly looks like she's crying. And the other one also turns her back on. You got to be careful about what it is that you're saying to people and how it is you are communicating your feelings. It's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. And then I'm just going to pull some love messages for you guys. Okay. Soulmate. So yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, we got 4 that came out. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Wedding. This situation involves a marriage. And financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So the first thing is with the soulmates. I feel like what I was just saying about Virgo and Pisces vibrating from the heart chakra, like they just carry that vibration to me in general. They are very healing, very nurturing energies. And I think a lot of people may come into your life and may use you for that specific purpose, Virgo and Pisces North Node. I feel like you really want to be careful who it is that you are collecting. And I think you really want to be specific on who you are calling a soulmate. So retreats, it is time to disconnect from the world. This is what I was just saying about that hermit energy. Right now, you guys are really in the space where you just need to learn and understand yourself. And I'm really seeing a lot of earth here, so you definitely want to stay grounded during this time so that you can really know yourself and love and accept yourself for who you are. And then wedding, this situation involves marriage. So with the soulmate and the wedding card, you guys may be married, you may be engaged, or your life purpose may come into fruition as it is that you get married to somebody or enter a long-term union with someone. I feel like whoever this person is in your life that you guys are currently seeing, they are definitely the one for you. And you know, because you know, Virgos and Pisces are both very intuitive signs, and they have that inner knowing. This is not something that I can tell you as a reader. It's not something that your parents can tell you because they've known you all your life. You just know things. And this person that you have here in your life, you know that they are the one for you. And it's just very important. I'm just being highlighted like on the retreats, and not in a sense of backing away, in a sense of treating someone. Retreat. Make sure that you continue to do all the things that you've done in your relationship from the beginning. Stay consistent. That is what is going to propel this relationship. And stay consistent in your endeavors as far as your career as well. And financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So if you can see this woman here, she is tending to her garden. Like in the Ace of Pentacles, she is very focused. She's very about her bag right now. And I think Virgo and Pisces North Node, that's what you need to be focused on. I feel like this person that you are with or going to be with in the future, they are going to be capable of understanding what it is that you need from them. And right now, what you need from your partner is to take a step back so you can be more focused on your finances. And I don't know if that means that you have been getting distracted lately, but you just want to be very mindful of where you're spending and how you're spending your energy. I just feel called to say, you know, if you spend 5 hours a day watching TV, you could just think about all the other things you could have did with those 5 hours. So maybe watch one show, maybe catch up on a show that's 30 minutes or an hour long, and then see what you can do with those other 3 hours that would be productive for your time. So thank you guys for joining me and hearing out this reading. I hope that it was helpful for you guys. And I'm just wishing you all the best in the growth. Peace out. What's up? If you have Aries or Libra North Node, you are in the right space. So before we get started with the reading, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about Aries and Libra North Node and what their purpose is here on life. What it is that you guys are here. How are you going to reach ascension with your North Node placement? So for Aries and Libra, what it is that you guys have to come to terms with in this specific lifetime is learning how to be independent and also learning how to be together with other people, to master togetherness. It's super easy to lose yourself if there is too much association with other people, because then you kind of overcompromise for the needs and happiness of other people, and then you lose your needs and happiness, and the next thing you know, you're completely off your path. So it's very important for you guys specifically to just be mindful of who it is that you're letting into your life and who it is that you are creating opportunities with. And then you just ultimately want to be independent enough to take care of yourself, to have your own thoughts and ideas. That's very important. And really just be with your own self enough so that when you are together with others, you know how to be appropriately. I'm not saying that well enough. Thank you, Spirit. So we're going to see what messages it is that the universe has for you today, and what is going to guide you as an Aries or Libra North Node to your higher self and ascension. Okay. Wow, this is so beautiful. So we have flowering and ordinariness. And both of these pictures is beautiful, it's colorful. There's so many flowers, which one symbolizes growth, it symbolizes transformation, it symbolizes healing. It is just very beautiful energy for you guys. So it's so funny that these two cards came out, because this is right alongside with your vibration as an Aries or Libra North Node. So as an Aries, you're known for being very strong-willed, sometimes defensive. You guys are really great friends to people. And as a Libra, you are somebody that might be a little bit too invested in yourself. Sometimes selfish, but ultimately you really want what is best for everyone involved, ultimately. So in the flowering card, first, we just have to acknowledge this beautiful light that is surrounding her, this bubble, so to speak. And this is all about your individuality and how you alone can impact people. So as an Aries or a Libra North Node, these are people that, one, I feel like are strikingly beautiful. They are like someone that you see and recognize their beauty immediately. Aries just have these striking features. Their bone structure is so amazing. And Libras are really just beautiful. They literally have the most balanced facial features, and when you see them, you recognize them. I mean, if you know something about astrology, at the very least, when you see certain signs, you can see them, and before they even speak, before they even show any personality traits, you're like, you're an Aries, huh? Like, you're a Libra. And because you guys vibrate on that same wavelength, when you meet at the middle, you both come together in this space of love and beauty, and just certainty of yourself. With the flowering card, this is all about growing into yourself. This is about protecting your energy, your energetic field, and what you allow to come in. And then this is about really watering your own grass and allowing it to grow and flourish, even being one and in tune with your emotions. And all of that is good in moderation. You want to make sure that you don't become too selfish, and you don't want to make sure that you don't become too selfless. As an Aries and Libra North Node, it is going to be very difficult for you to manage and balance if you are so much an individual that you steer clear away from people, or if you are so much a part of the togetherness that you lose your individuality. It's very important that you think about the things that you like, what you're passionate about, what makes you feel strong and vibrant. And those are the things that's going to bring you into alignment with your path. Those are the things that are going to have you to exude more beauty and allow you to co-create with the universe. With the ordinariness card, this is all about one, smelling the roses, like enjoying life as it's happening to you, making sure for real, Aries and Libra North Node, that you are enjoying the moment and not too much being sucked into the past or too much being sucked into the future, and really seeing this specific day, this specific moment, this specific time as beautiful without anything else being added to it. If you see, there's this woman here and she's like walking through a field and she's collecting flowers. And this is, it's like this energy of being a part of something, really being able to share yourself with the world. Aries and Libra placements, you guys attract a lot of attention because that is part of your life path. You are going to be in alignment with the things that you are attracted to because they will be attracted to you. It's just like that saying, what you are seeking is also seeking you. And I really recommend you to use that as an affirmation, Aries and Libra North Node, because that will help you to understand that everything comes to you is in alignment with who you are and your bigger purpose. And the things that leave your life were not meant to be there forever. It was meant for you to acquire knowledge from it. It was meant for you to experience it. Okay. So I first got the 9 of Cups. This is very beautiful energy. This is the I'm almost there energy. The 8 of Pentacles, which is about what you put out, you will also receive back. And then the Star. And this is very beautiful to me, the Star first, just recognizing that this woman in the picture, not only is she watering the water, she's also watering the grass. And this is about being even keeled with your emotions and also being rooted, being grounded in who you are in yourself. This is just what I was saying to you guys about being so sure of yourself that nobody else can tell you differently. This is about the perception that you have of yourself and it being separate from the perception that other people have of you. You are a star and you are automatically going to have so many people gravitating towards you. So many people really just wanting to be a part of your energy. And I feel like the people that you are meant to work together with to come along with your purpose, they are going to be on that same vibration as you. They're going to be just as hardworking as you. They're going to be just as focused as you. And they're going to be able to say what it is that they need to say as far as if they disagree with you, and there won't be any issues. I feel like with someone that has Aries and Libra North Node, you're definitely going to come in contact with a lot of people that want to be a part of your energy but don't have anything to give back. The people that are going to be in alignment with you are going to give back to you. And I just really feel like right now in this moment, you guys are really close to having a breakthrough emotionally and financially. Thank you, Spirit. So today I did use the Osho Zen, the Modern Witch deck, and also the Romance Oracles. So the first that card that came out was express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So it's so funny because I felt like there was like some throat chakra energy here. Not necessarily blocked, but just having this urgency to really want to say what is on your heart. And like what I was saying about the people that you come into alignment with, you'll be able to speak your truth and they'll be able to speak your truth. And although it may not be in agreement, you guys will still be able to continue to cultivate and co-create together. The next card that came out was let your friends help, ask for and accept support from others. So this is definitely in alignment with your purpose, Aries and Libra North Node, because what you guys have to understand is that the universe is going to send people in towards you because you attract those people. And you have to be open to those relationships and to co-create with others. As somebody that will find it a hard time either being a super individual where they rather just be alone and don't feel like they necessarily need friends or don't even need new friends, you just have to be open to receiving abundance in all areas of your life, and that is specifically in the areas with your friends and families. Talk, speak your piece, say what it is that you need to say. If something is bothering you, say that shit. And allow them to really help you and nurture on you. Like, don't block your blessings because you are so into yourself or so feeling like people are going to judge you or whatever the case may be. Let people help you, bro. And then it says true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So I feel like you guys, this may be for the population of you guys that are single. I feel like if you are single and you like to stay single, you like being single because you can be yourself with yourself. You don't have to pretend to be anything else. You don't have to change up your plans or switch up what direction it is that you see yourself going with your career and your life. And that's why you like to be alone and you like to be single. But recently someone has come into your life and I think you kind of been blocking your blessings a little bit, not really trying to accept the support and love that this person has to offer you, even if it is in a platonic sense, even if it is work related. It's very important first that you express your love. Definitely always show gratitude and tell the people that matter to you that they matter. And be open to true love and real love in your life and what is in alignment for you. God would not bless you with these people if they didn't have something to offer to you and for your growth. So that is all that I have for you guys. I really appreciate you tuning into this video, and please let me know below in the comments if this resonated with you for your North Node as an Aries or Libra. Peace. Hey, if you are a Taurus or Scorpio North Node, this reading is for you. So with a Taurus or Scorpio North Node, these are going to be people who have to figure out the meaning of life, whether it is more spiritual or materialistic. They're going to have to find comfort in the things that are not material, even though the material things bring them so much comfort and happiness. If you guys know anything about Taurus, they are kind of a sign that enjoys comfort, comfiness, being like at home somewhere, like that just general vibe of coziness, if that makes sense. And because they are like this, they are kind of like a pleasure seeking sign, where they have to be satisfied with and surrounded with the things that make them happy and make them feel comfortable. So a lot of people that are like Taurus, Taurus rising, Taurus moon, Taurus North Node, they are going to have probably like beautiful homes. They're going to be very good decorators. They're going to be somebody that has a lot of things, or they don't have a lot of things, but it's based off of their level of comfort specifically. Now, with a Scorpio, they're not necessarily known for being materialistic in a sense, but they have this side about them that is really deep, and a lot of people don't get to see that side of Scorpio because it is very deep for them. When they have very intense connections, or I guess basically when they feel comfortable, is when they can come out and actually be able to express their emotions and really show that side of themselves that a lot of people don't usually get to see. A lot of people think Scorpios tend to be like very secretive or elusive, and it's not necessarily true. It's just people outwardly, like in a perception sense, are kind of obsessed with knowing more about people. And someone that is a sign like Taurus or Scorpio, who tend to be private people, it kind of pisses people off that they don't know their business or that it's not like broadcasted. So basically, you guys are definitely going to have to just really come to terms with the things that really make you happy and make you comfortable, and coming to terms with it's not going to be materialistic things at the end of the day that are going to really bring you that ultimate fulfillment. And that is what's going to guide you closer to your life purpose, is really becoming one with your spirituality, where you need less materialistic things because you are so fulfilled by spirit, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna pull some messages here. Spirit. Okay. So the two cards that came out for you guys today are Beyond Illusion and Receptivity. So first of all, receptivity, if you see this card, it's basically at the center of it a lotus. If you guys are familiar with anything about lotuses, they do stand for like transformation and new beginnings. And if you can kind of see, like on the outside, this is a person's body, and it's almost like their whole head is the lotus. Okay, so this is one about being one with your emotions, in tune with what your reality is, like your real reality, not 3D reality, but 5D reality in a spiritual sense, and exactly the opposite of a material way, which is really what I was saying about Taurus and Scorpio North Node. Scorpio is a water sign, so they definitely have these, they are full of these emotions, but like I said, they tend to have them buried deep down, or even if they are in tune with their emotions, it's not something that they readily share. Taurus are known for being really stubborn, just really upfront type of people, and of course, as a water sign, they are really grounded. So what I was saying earlier in the video about the opposing signs being on a scale, we got Taurus down here and we got Scorpio out right here. So we have someone that is really grounded within themselves, knows who they are, and completely okay with who they are. And then we got Scorpios who tend to be a little bit elusive and emotional. So those are like the exact opposite signs. But when they come together and they meet, they have these similar qualities, like really being able to be comfortable with being who they are. If you ever met a Taurus or a Scorpio, they're two signs that really are sure of themselves. They know what they want. They don't take shit from anybody, and they're really direct with their feelings and what it is that they have to say. The next card that came out was Beyond Illusion. So this card actually also came out on the, I want to say it was Virgo Pisces. I can't remember, but that there's that earth water energy again, and when those two elements meet together, it just really brings you into this space where your third eye chakra is so open and so transformed. Right now, I feel like Taurus and Scorpio North Node, you guys are definitely going through a transformation in your life, and this may be the space in your life where you're really figuring out what matters and what's important, and just coming to the understanding that money doesn't really make the world go round. Working all the time, basically you come to the terms with the fact that material things kind of can be a waste of your energy. Wow. So the first card we got out is the Hierophant. This is a very decisive energy, and just to be attentive, because I am that way. If you can see, this is the fifth card, and 5 does stand for change. It stands for travel. You guys may be traveling or moving soon, or maybe had just moved to another space. It's so funny because I'm just looking at this woman, and if you can see her, she has her wand in one hand, like a talisman, so to speak, and then she has another 2 fingers up. I'm trying to think, what sign is that? Like, okay, so it's actually the sign for you. This is what her hand is like, is you. And it's really interesting in me picking that up. I never noticed that in the deck. Maybe your name does have like a U in it, or maybe right now is that you need to be focusing on yourself and realizing you are more important. You are worthy of everything. I mean, there's so much that I could really go into with that. Now, the next card that came out here was the Sun, which is super beautiful energy. The Sun is all about happiness. It's all about basking in your own light. It does have this Leo energy, solar plexus energy. So I feel like you guys really should work on your solar plexus. And this is speaking of someone who really has a healed inner child. I feel like Taurus and Scorpio North Node, you guys have really been doing the work lately on yourself. Maybe like really getting to understand yourself. Maybe that is what the U for. Like you really been going within and making yourself the most important person in your life. And when you do that, everything around you just kind of flourishes. Now, the next card that came out was the Strength card. So I do see in this card, the first thing that popped out to me was the clouds in the background, which for me symbols some type of communication or words that need to be shared. And I'm just noticing too that this is the 8th card in the deck. And she even has this little infinity symbol here above her head. Now, with 8s, they definitely stand for infinity, something that is long lasting. 8s also stand for financial abundance and just that energy of karma, really karma energy. I feel like there has been some changes within your life recently. It could be that move. It could be just you figuring out who you are as a person. And things are really coming together for you guys. Like so much happiness. And really with the Hierophant, if you can see, there are these 2 keys here at her feet. And this song that just popped out to me is like The Keys to the Kingdom by Beyonce. It's from the Gift soundtrack. And I feel like you really have maybe figured out the key to life and the key to your happiness. And maybe that comfort is not just based off of what physically makes you comfortable, but how comfortable you are in a mental space. That's really beautiful. So the cards that I got here for you from the Romance Angels deck is soulmates. It says, yes, this is your soulmates and past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this is really beautiful, and it's really speaking to me here with the Strength card here. So I'm just really picking up here intuitively for Taurus and Scorpio North Nodes. I feel like this person that you are either in a relationship with, maybe talking to, or possibly could have been in a relationship with in the past, and maybe you're thinking about them a lot. Like, this is eternal connection. This is even speaking to me like twin flame with the infinity symbol and past life relationship. This person really knows you, and I feel like I have to say that because Taurus and Scorpio placements, they can be, I mean, of course it depends on your full birth chart and everything like that, but they can be people who are kind of like frivolous lovers. Someone that is like has certain placements, like say if you have like Taurus Mars or something like that, you are going to be somebody who kind of like is a serial dater. And when you do that, a lot of times, like when we're younger and stuff like that, we kind of find ourselves through dating other people and finding what it is that you like and don't like and stuff like that. And it's kind of nice to date around a lot because you really do figure that out a lot faster than someone that it's been in a long-term relationship with one person. Because when you're in a long-term relationship with one person, you pretty much learn how to love that one person singularly. When you expose yourself to a multitude of different people, even if it is like somebody that has a lot of friends, you open yourself up to learning how to communicate and love all those different type of people. This is a very beautiful energy here. This person really knows you. They know how to make you comfortable. They know how to comfort you in your times of sadness or loneliness. And they really know how to make you feel good. And I feel like this is what you guys have really came to terms with too. What has really been opening your eyes with this person. With this very like stubborn and secretive energy between Taurus and Scorpio, it's kind of like you don't exactly express how it is that you're feeling a lot of the times. Or even sometimes it's like you acknowledge it, but you don't feel the need to express it, if that makes sense. Like, and with this person, they make you feel so comfortable. Like you can say anything that you need to say, and they're at least gonna try to understand where you're coming from. And just looking at these couples in this picture, like, oh my God, it's just so much passion and sexual energy, but not even in a way like where it's just like, oh, you're fine, you're sexy, blah blah blah. It's like in this deep, meaningful way. Look at that. Look at how he is holding her, how he is grabbing her in a sense of like ownership, but not in a bad way. How he's holding her and she's holding him back. You know what I mean? They're both completely enveloped in each other. And when you see them, how these people are so much into each other's face, into each other's space. And it's just really beautiful. If you guys don't have this type of relationship yet, you definitely will have it soon. And I just feel called to tell you that if it is someone that you have been in a relationship, maybe in the recent past or even far back, and you still can't stop thinking about them, or you still feel like they might have been the one, chances are they are the one. And it's just very important to be receptive to what it is that the universe is bringing to you in your life, what is going to propel you into your life purpose. Mostly just really finding out what it is that you are passionate about, what makes you comfortable, Taurus and Scorpio North Node. So that's all I have for you guys. I really hope that this video was informational for you at the very least. And like I said, I will definitely be doing this series again. So check back with me. What is up, Gemini and Sagittarius North Node? So thank you so much for joining me on this new segment. I hope that I am able to provide you with a clear, concise message. Like I said earlier in the video, your North Node placement is really going to be directed towards your life purpose, what it is that you're meant to do and be in this life. And the purpose of like reading for your North and South Node is, one, to recognize your shadow side, because your South Node is going to shine a big light on that. And your North Node is going to help redirect you to where it is that you're supposed to be on path. The things that are going to make you happier and bring you into alignment with your true purpose. So before I get started with the reading, I just want to talk a little bit about Gemini and Sagittarius North Nodes. So these signs are going to have to find how to communicate properly and effectively, and to listen properly and effectively. So on one side, Gemini is known for communication. They are of communication. And Sagittarius, they are like the learners. So when we meet here in the center where Gemini and Sagittarius, those traits start to overlap and their energy starts to mirror each other, it's like this one sign that can communicate really effectively and this other sign that's really good at soaking up and absorbing knowledge. They kind of meet in this space where those two energies need to cross so that each person can be in alignment. So with Gemini North Node, or just Gemini in general, this sign gets a bad rep. They get a bad rep pretty much because people feel like they say they're two-faced, or that they are kind of, what is the word, manipulative. And the thing of the matter is that those things can be true about someone with Gemini placements, especially if they are lower vibrational. But really, Geminis are so cool. They kind of have the same energy of the Virgo. They can really be non-biased and they can see things from two totally different perspectives. And because they are open enough to really see different perspectives from different people and two sides, sometimes people assume that they're being two-faced when really they're just have this understanding nature. And because they are so understanding, they are very good at communicating. They're good at communicating their feelings, their needs, what it is that they want in life. And Sagittarius, they are the opposite. So Sagittarius are able to soak up anything. Sagittarius placements are going to be people who like to travel, like to see a lot of things, be a lot of places, and just constantly learning. They want to fulfill themselves by being in a learning environment. So say if they have a work situation, they are going to be in a job where they can constantly learn more things and create new ideas. And if they are in a relationship, they want to be with somebody that is going to be able to teach them things. They can't be with anybody that is dumber than them, like, honestly. So basically, where these signs come into their life paths and their North Nodes is really being able to balance those two energies and say what it is that they need to say. Someone that has a Gemini North Node, they're probably like a public speaker, writer, something to that nature. But where their downfall is kind of being a little bit full of themselves, because they do speak so eloquently, because people do stop and listen to what they're saying. They kind of have this hierarchy of knowing it all. Like I said, they got that Virgo energy for real. I want to say it's because Gemini and Virgo are both in Mercury, which is the planet of communication. And then so Sagittarius people, they're constantly want to be absorbing knowledge and things like that. But then a Sagittarius person is someone that will most likely have a blocked throat chakra. It's really hard for them to express their feelings, say what's on their mind, and they're probably the least timid of the fire signs. They are, I mean, the most timid of the fire signs. They are people who are so humble. They know a lot. They're very smart because they are constantly learning a lot of things. They're a jack of all trades type of energy, and they're just really well rounded. But they're not like expressive about it. They're not just going around like, did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? They absorb this knowledge for themselves. So in this lifetime, if you have a Gemini or a Sagittarius North Node, you guys really have to come to terms with what your message is, what it is that you are trying to convey to the world, learning as much as you possibly can about it and continuously learning all your life, and then being able to communicate that effectively to the world. You have a message to spread. If you are Gemini or Sagittarius North Node, there is something that you have to teach to the world, and that is what is going to be in alignment with your highest purpose. Gemini North Node is going to be someone who at a younger age or at a lower vibration, they kind of don't really feel comfortable really saying or thinking, verbalizing their thoughts, or they're going to be somebody who just has their own little comfort zone, and I don't want to be outside of that. So it'll be somebody that like scared to travel or worried about moving out of their parents' house, like something like that. But Sagittarius is going to be the opposite, whereas they are so comfortable with being out in the world, and they pretty much can be home anywhere. They can make anywhere at home as long as it's an environment that they can continue to learn from. These are going to be people who actually have a hard time like being stable in one place. They're going to be somebody that probably has lived in like 10 states by the time they're like 25, or when they go to college they went all the way across the country instead of staying in their home state. They might be somebody that joined the military because they wanted to travel. This is someone who chooses to experience life above everything else. And I think that as a Gemini and Sagittarius North Node, you want to experience, and crazy as I'm pulling out the cards that experiencing coming out, you want to experience as much as possible so that you can share that with the world. Your experience is going to heal other people, Gemini and Sagittarius North Node. Okay, so the first card that I have popping out is the comparison card. So I feel like right now, where you guys in your space in your life, Gemini and Sagittarius North Node, you probably are kind of like feeling like you're not getting the credit that you deserve for something. That's what I'm picking up on the energy. You feel like there are people that maybe are not as well versed as you, people who are not as good of a speaker as you, or don't have as much knowledge as you, and apparently they just seem to be doing so much better than you. And honestly, Gemini, Sagittarius, that's because that you are still not found exactly what it is going to be your purpose in life. You got to figure out what it is that motivates you to do everything that you do. What is the one thing that you are passionate about talking about over everything else? What is it about the places that you visit make you want to visit them? You have to find what it is that drives you to do what it is that you want to do. So the first cards that we have coming out here is, like I said, the comparison. And here we have like a bamboo and a tree. Obviously, a tree looks more established. They have so many years. When you cut one open, you know it's been around for thousands of years. Um, physically, on the outside looking in, there's this perception that a tree may be more stable, more grounded, more fertile. And then we have a bamboo stick, and we know bamboos are so strong. You literally could hit somebody with a bamboo and fucking break their neck. So it's just really important for you guys to understand how powerful you are, and all this knowledge, the way that you're able to eloquently speak to people, that makes you just as good, if not better, than the person that you're comparing yourself to. Like, wake up and smell the coffee. So the next card that we have is Innocence. So when the energy that I'm picking up, not even looking at this card, first of all, is just like that childlike energy. That's what innocence means to me. Children are just naturally carefree. It's 11:11. Children are able to see things in a different light than a lot of adults because their mind is just open to stuff. They're open. You guys really need to be open to the experience of life that you're having right now. Everything is a learning experience. Everything is teaching you something. And you just need to figure out how it is that you can communicate and share with the world all of the things it is that you have learned. If you see this guy, he is a much older man, and he's here playing with his grasshopper. If you can see his facial expression, he's literally so jubilant. He's so happy, and he's surrounded by orchids and a grasshopper. So the meaning of a grasshopper is meant for being resourceful. It is about stability. It is about being grounded, having a sense of security about yourself. And then it also means like kind of like being enlightened or whatever. Grasshoppers are very spiritual animals. Now, as far as grasshoppers are concerned, when you think about even just the way that their body is created, how their hind legs are like curved back and they get around literally by hopping to the next place. And then the comparison card has the number 5, which is all about traveling and movement. I feel like you guys definitely have to experience more traveling. I know that right now we are in a pandemic, and obviously a lot of people are still traveling, but I personally do not encourage that. But I think even traveling in your mental space, which is just learning, opening your mind up to all these different possibilities. Readings, especially reading books about spiritual enlightenment. If you haven't read like The Alchemist yet, I recommend that. The 5 spiritual laws of success, that is what it is. So especially with the number 5, like definitely, if anything, pick up that book. That book is by Deepak Chopra, and it is a very spiritual book. It's definitely going to bring you some sort of enlightenment, and it really helps you to shed all these layers of your lower vibrational self, and openly opens you up into freedom, which is another thing that the grasshopper stands for. I'm like confused on what I'm doing right now. Oh shoot. Okay, already. Thank you, Spirit. Any other messages here? Okay. So this is interesting. So the first card I had pop out, 4 of Swords. And then we got the 3 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So just from a numerological standpoint, I'm just adding 3 plus 4 is 7. That is a very spiritual vibration. I definitely feel like you guys should be more in tune with your spirituality, and really diving in deep into that, because it can get very deep. maybe that is what you guys will be teaching, Gemini, Sagittarius, North Node. Maybe you guys should be teaching about spirituality. So with the Four of Swords, if you could see this woman, this is like a very anxious energy. This girl is eyes are closed, and it looks like the swords are dangling above her, but they're actually just mounted on that wall that is adjacent to her bed. And she's got her eyes closed, and she's like covering her stomach. I feel like this is saying a couple of different things to me. First, with those clouds again in the background, definitely some communication. I feel like you guys are taking on that energy right now where it's like, see no evil, hear no evil. But I just want to be very specific and show you that her mouth is not covered. I mean, her ears are not covered either, but I just get that vibration. So the thing about Gemini and Sagittarius North Node, and really what it is come to terms with, is a lot of ego here. Because when someone is very knowledgeable and someone is very good at speaking about something, they kind of get a big head. And it makes it hard for other people to also communicate to them. It makes it hard for other people to tell them what they need to say without being like they're going to be spoken over, or just like it's going to be received in the wrong way. And I think really right now you guys really should be mindful of your relationships and how it is the communication between the people you have relationships with, whether it's familiar, platonic, or romantic. I think that there are some people around you, and it could be you yourself, but I'm picking it up on an opposite energy. People just kind of feel anxious when it is that they're ready to say something to you, or if it's something that they need to get their point across. The next is the Three of Pentacles, and this is definitely a learner energy, a studying energy. I feel like you guys have to study and learn what you're passionate about. Those things are not just hobby. The things that bring you so much happiness and joy, it's not a hobby. It's not something that you do just for fun. These are gifts that the universe provided you with so that you could cultivate fulfillment through source, so that you could bear fruit on your own tree, back to the tree of life, and so that others can reach up and grab that fruit from that tree. And do you know what that tree, the fruit is full of? It is full of life. You're literally giving life. The number 3 is very symbolic of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's a very spiritual number. I honestly think this specific group that I'm channeling, Gemini and Sagittarius North Node, you definitely have a calling over spirituality, like possibly being like some type of reverend or pastor, or even just like somebody. I've mentioned her in one of my last couple of videos ago. And she's basically someone that is online talking and teaching about spirituality. So if you see in this picture, this woman, she is teaching. She's the teacher. This is the focal point. And she's wearing yellow. So there is that solar plexus energy. I said sacral earlier when I said she was holding her stomach, but I really meant to say solar plexus. I feel like you guys are not shining a bright enough light on yourself because you are continuously comparing yourself to other people. You need to walk in your own power, because the way this lady is teaching, she's telling her something, but the girl she's communicating her through words how to teach her. And the girl is able to pick up what she's saying just from her words. Your words really matter, Gemini and Sagittarius North Node. Now, the next card here is the High Priestess. So you see, we got big moon energy. The first thing I definitely want to take note on is the fact that she is on a computer here. So I'm really seeing like some type of online platform that you guys are supposed to be handling, and really spreading your message. It's really speaking to me that it's spirituality. With the high priestess, she's known for her duality. If you see in the back here, there is a white and a black. This is about being pure, but at the same time, being able to take on your shadow side, using your shadow side to bring light into others. When you heal, it heals other people. Gemini, Sagittarius, North Node. Like, I really feel like you should be documenting your spiritual journey. So I'm going to thank you, Spirit. Okay, right. Okay. So the first card that I got was Worth Waiting For. Oh my goodness. This, first of all, the energy on this card, 1010, is so beautiful. First of all, this is about completion. This is about a new cycle. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. Worth waiting for. If you see these women, they are so beautiful. And they both have these little angel wings, and they're in a forest. Definitely stay grounded during this time, Gemini and Sagittarius North Node. And I'm telling you, your spirituality, these angels, they're literally watching over you and guiding you. They are just telling you to be patient with your gifts and really learn them so that you can teach other people. And the next card that came out was Forgiving and Learning. Very interesting. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moments. So I just feel like there is some things that you have not totally healed from, that may be a block in your communication, or it may be a block in how it is that you can be receptive to other people. It's like I was saying before about people not being able to express their feelings to you. This is something that I actually experienced in my own life, so I hope I can convey this message really well. But say as a child you did have a hard time communicating, like I said, for this North Node, you possibly couldn't get your thoughts or feelings across and stuff like that. And if you don't heal those childhood trauma issues, it manifests in your life as an adult, of either you still not being able to communicate your feelings, and also you not being able to accept and learn from other people and hear out other people's opinions and ideas. And what that does is stifles your learning process, because someone who thinks that they don't have anything else to learn is literally a fucking idiot. There's always more to learn. It's very important, and it's super important to heal yourself during this time. Okay? And there are angels all up and through this thing. So I feel like it's just very important for you guys. I feel like this childhood issue, it could be with a father or a grandfather. I know this is like getting very detailed, but I think this message is for someone. Just with this card, with this guy being very elderly, and this is the innocent card, like I said, it's that childlike energy. And in this card here, there is a man, and he kind of is like holding that woman's head down, or at least that's what it looks like, and she is praying. And something I never noticed before, he actually has like a horn in his hand, which if I think of like a megaphone of somebody like needing to get a message across. And he just overall has this look like he has the tools to convey the message, but still somehow cannot. So I feel like you guys definitely need to heal some childhood trauma in that aspect. And I am really excited that you guys joined me today. I hope that this message provided you with some guidance in your life path on your way to ascension. Peace out. Hey guys, if you are a Cancer or Capricorn North Node, then this reading is for you. Before I jump into the reading, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about the North Node placements for Cancer and Capricorn. So if you know anything about Cancers, they are very nurturing sign. They are just really like the caretakers of the zodiac, and they really do know how to like, they are the masters of the love language. Okay, they are gonna love you how you need to be loved and treat you how you desire to be treated. Capricorn on the other hand are more self-sufficient and more concerned about the things that are going to make them happy versus making other people's happy. And the Capricorn and Cancer are the North and South Node that are about duality. So speaking of their spectrum, whereas Cancer down here, that's very nurturing and just very needing to feel like they are being of service and help for other people, whereas Capricorn, who their main need is going to be independence and just striving to make their lifestyle the way that they want it to be. Capricorn and Cancer North Node placements are going to struggle with work-life balance. Capricorn specifically is already known for being like the workaholics of the zodiac. Capricorn signs, especially rising and suns, are going to be people who like work more than 10 hours or like being paid salary but working so many hours that they know they're not technically being paid for. Whereas Cancer, they might be the people that are like work from home or stay at home moms. So where you guys are going to struggle in this lifetime is just basically either overworking or overplaying, and finding the balance between being nurturing to others and being nurturing to yourself. And so Cancer is going to be more the sign that is more like free flowing, kind of going with life, more of like an easygoing person, where Capricorn can be known as being like more structured and uptight with life. So you really have to just find the balance of what works for you and your lifestyle. Now, like I said about Cancer being the feminine and Capricorn being the masculine, if you have either Capricorn or Cancer North Node, probably the opposing sign is going to make you a little bit uncomfortable. You're going to be more comfortable with if you're the Cancer, you're going to be more comfortable with feminine energies. Vice versa, if you're Capricorn, you're going to be more comfortable with masculine energies. And really, these two signs in the North Node placement is really focusing on the duality of yourselves and learning how to find temper, being more masculine versus being more feminine. And that can affect you a number of ways, like in your household, even growing up. Like you could have possibly been closer with your mom or dad, depending on which of the masculine or feminine energies that you are. Or also it could kind of like hinder you in relationships because you feel the need to like be this like either overly feminine energy or overly masculine energy in a relationship, and it's just very important to be balanced. You guys are definitely going to like, you're going to have some complications as far as like really finding a job that is comfortable for you and makes you feel like your needs are being met, whereas like you want to, you really are going to want to be in an environment that makes you feel like you can, as a Cancer, be as creative you want, and as a Capricorn, be as structured as you want. And just really learning how to, like I said, balance those energies and make sure that the other people around you are receptive to your nature. And that is what is going to ultimately bring you into alignment with your higher purpose. It could be your career that brings you into alignment, or like I said, for someone that's more like a Cancer North Node, it could be your parenting that is really going to change your life. Maybe like your parent or your relationship with your parents that could possibly, as a Cancer or Capricorn North Node, like somehow tie into the evolution of your spirituality and just really walking in the purpose. So the first card that came out here was ripeness. So this is so funny because at the beginning of this video I was talking about the tree of life, and this is the literal fruit of the tree of life. These leaves look exactly like the leaves that I dreamed of on this tree, and they look kind of like bay leaves. I feel like if you guys are not manifesting, you should definitely check out my last video, which is about manifesting with bay leaves, and definitely try it out because I feel like that will work for you guys. Now, what the ripeness card is really saying here is about your fruit being able to be bared. And this is really speaking to me from a sense of being a parent. It is going to be a catalyst on your journey, specifically Cancer and Capricorn, what it is that how you are as a parent, and not even just parenting your own children, but parenting other people. Cancer and Capricorn North Node might have that energy of like the office mom type of vibe or office dad type of vibe, like providing snacks, making sure other people are comfortable, making sure that other people are remaining focused, like real big boss energy. And I feel like your hard work is definitely paying off. There is definitely going to be a reward for your sacrifices, and you just want to be very mindful, Cancer and Capricorn North Node, that you are balanced, that you are able to sow as many seeds into your children that you are into your work or your family relationships, whatever it is outside of work. You want to make sure that's not the only fruit that is bearing tree for you, okay? Now, the next card that came out was the guilt card. So I definitely feel like you guys are not balanced as far as your work-life situation. I feel like that you have some guilt about how much time you either spend working or not spend working. So maybe Cancer, Capricorn, North Node, you either work so much that you probably don't get to see or spend time with any of your families or do any activities that will add fulfillment to your life besides your job, and that brings you some sorts of guilt. Or you're kind of lazy at work and you much rather just be enjoying your life and hanging out with your friends and stuff like that, and that also causes you some guilt, probably people around you, because if you can see, there are these hands, they almost seem like bird claws, which birds are definitely a sign of communication. But with this cloudy atmosphere in the background, it's just very dark and sooty, like the aftermath of a fire. When I was shuffling for you guys, I did see like the tower pop out a little bit. And I feel like maybe you guys may be having this moment right now where it's just all a little bit too much for you. And that's just really to take a space where you need to recognize that you are overworked or even overplayed, over socialized, and take a break. Just be with yourself for a moment, which is hilarious because the next card that came out was existence. So if you see in this card, she is here on a leaf. Again, these leaves are just like really popping up throughout your reading. And one, she's naked. So that means when I think of being naked, and this is really interesting because with the tree of life, and then the opposite tree is the tree of um, knowledge and what the heck? And evil, okay? And it's so crazy because these hands look so evil, like coming out of that mist like that. With the tree of knowledge and evil, this is going to be like things that technically bring you a lot, make you a lot of money, but it doesn't do anything for other people. Or it's going to be the things that you do out of ego, like, oh, I'm so good at this, I'm so amazing at this, I'm doing these people a favor. And honestly, the tree of life, they bear this fruit that is just so beautiful and amazing. And right now, Spirit is really just speaking through me to you to say, what is it that you could be giving and doing with your financial abundance to help other people, to teach other people, to give back or help other people learn from what it is that you do, or what it is that you can show other people, or how it is that somehow you're going to help others in your life path. And when Adam and Eve discovered the tree of knowledge and evil, they ate the fruits, and then they were all knowing as God is all knowing. And then they could recognize things that they did not see before. So it seems like a good deal to have access to this knowledge now that you didn't have before, but it almost makes you hyper aware and hypersensitive to the things that are going around you, and it's a distraction to your life purpose, honestly. Like, once Adam and Eve realized they were naked as this person, it was a distraction. They were like hiding from God. They were like, oh, don't look at me, I'm naked. And he's like, I created you. You've always been naked to me. I've always been able to see you for who you are. And the thing is, when we cover ourselves, we like bury ourselves in work. We're burying ourselves from feeling our true emotions, from experiencing people, places, and things. And sometimes that's a vibration of fear. Sometimes you work a lot because you want to distract yourself. And right now, Spirit is telling you to just be you and just exist. Be comfortable in who you are. Be naked with yourself so that you can come to terms with what it is that you are going to offer to other people to bear fruit. What the fruit you bear, how is it going to nourish other people? Because ultimately, that is what we want to get out of our North Node placement. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So we got the Six of Wands here. And I feel called to tell you that she does have this V on her earring. Maybe that is significant to you. Okay. Definitely the Tower did want to come out, but it was like 6 other cards with it. 1111. So I did not pull it out, but I do feel like you guys could be having some type of moment that feels catastrophic for you, maybe like just extremely overwhelmed, and it's because you either just been working way too hard, or the things that you have been working on or giving your energy are not nourishing you in return. So what that does is exhaust you. So the first card, like I said, came out was Six of Wands, and I feel called to tell you about this book. It's called Behold a Pale White Horse, and it's kind of similar. It's a similar thesis, I feel like, as like the tree of knowledge and evil. It's about really opening your mind up to things that are going on in the world that are beyond ourselves. Um, with the Six of Wands, this is someone that is in a space of movement and traveling, and they are certain. And if you can see these other people that are around them, it's kind of like they're followers. I feel like for you guys, Cancer and Capricorn North Node, there are definitely people watching you and admiring you. And that's why it's so important to be aware of the type of fruit that you are bearing. Is this something that you're doing out of ego? Or is this something because you recognize that this is a gift from God? From God to you, through you, to provide for other people. And I have never really noticed this on the Six of Wands before, but she has like this Christmas wreath or whatever. And I just feel like for sure, like the gifts that you have, the gifts that you bear. It was just a spider, a baby spider crawling on me. There are spiders everywhere. If you, Cancer and Capricorn North Nodes, have been seeing spiders lately, first of all, it is a sign of prosperity and good luck. But then spiders are also carry the vibration of 8 because they have 8 legs and usually 8 eyes, which is 88. And then they also have this like mystery to them. I feel like for sure you guys should read that book, Behold the Pale White Horse. Now the next card that came out was the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. So this is so beautiful. So I feel like after this moment of this rest that you need to take, this moment of being alone with yourself, finding yourself and finding out the things that really matter to you and how it is that you are going to reach down and help the next person up, that is going to bring you into fulfillment. Look at the Ten of Pentacles. Like, I really want to highlight here in the Ten of Pentacles, it's like basically getting everything that you ever wanted. It's like abundance in all areas of your life, even though it's the Pentacles. If you can see here in this picture, there is generations of people. There is the grandma, there is the mama, the baby, the daddy, and then they have also 2 dogs, which even though one of them is not white and black, I do still feel that energy of the duality with the dogs. And then just the wisdom that this woman has. She is so wise. And I want to say that stick she has is for like a blind person. So possibly those are like seeing eye dogs. I feel like there are people watching you once again. I feel like with the existence card, there's certain things that you have your mind close to. If you know anything about people that are blind, although they don't have sight, their other 4 senses are extremely strong. They are extremely heightened and they have this sense of awareness, and I feel like right now that is what you are lacking. You're just not really self-aware of, I don't know, how you, the effect that you're having on the world, if that makes sense. And I think that for sure you are definitely going to have this work and life balance. You're going to be able to balance out, but that's only after you really sit with yourself and find the things that truly make you happy outside of work, so that you're not distracted and putting all of your attention towards work. And then the last card that came out was the Five of Swords. So we have some clouds here. I'm just feeling some communication energy with the Five of Swords. It's just like this I feel like this person just kind of feels like that energy of the I'm right, you're wrong type of energy. And even the outfit that she is wearing, It's like a lab coat, but the coat is white and her outfit is black. Speaking from colors, there's actually going to be a video that I'm going to be dropping soon about colors, then the vibrations of colors. But dark colors absorb negativity. So if you're someone who wears a lot of black, Cancer, Capricorn, a North Node, when you go around all day, you're literally like have that empath energy where you're absorbing all these different energies from people. And sometimes those energies are good and they're coming from positive vibration, but sometimes they're not. And especially if you're somebody that works or hangs out a lot, that means that you are constantly immersed around all these different energies and you are absorbing them. Those energies are a distraction to your actual feelings, and it kind of blocks your own intuition because you don't know if what you're feeling is of your own. I remember the first time I had an experience and I recognized that I was feeling someone else's emotions, and I feel like Cancer and Capricorn, you guys are definitely empaths. So you have to recognize when your energy is versus where somebody else's is. And I do feel called to tell you to make sure that you are cleaning your space and make sure that you are being pure. Like, even though she's wearing black, she is covered in white, and it might behoove you to wear some brighter colors, especially wear white. Even if you tie your hair up at night wearing like a white scarf or bonnet or something like that, that protects your crown chakra and brings you in pure thoughts and blocks out all of those negative energies. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So the card that comes out is Unrequited Love. It says there is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Worth waiting for. One more? Okay. Two more. One. Okay. The next card that came out was Worth Waiting For. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. I just want to highlight that it says work, love, life. I think that you guys have this mindset of there being like a divine timing or a specific order of things. Like, first I'm gonna get my career together, then I'm gonna meet the love of my life, and then we gonna settle down and be happily ever after. That is what you're after, is this 10 of Pentacles. You want to make sure that you are stable financially first, and then you want to go on and be able to create a family. But the thing is, you think that you can't do all those things at the same time, and you absolutely the fuck can. The next card that came out was You Deserve Love. It says you are lovable. This woman is actually shooting her shot. So I feel like that's a direct message to you guys, Cancer and Capricorn North Node. If there is somebody that you've been thinking of and maybe you feel like there's too much on my plate, I couldn't possibly handle dating or being in a relationship right now, what Spirit is telling you is that you can have it all. You can have everything, and you deserve everything that you want. As long as it is coming from a good place, as long as your intentions are good, then you are going to get everything that you deserve. And you don't have to wait for it. Will it be worth waiting for? Yes, but you don't have to wait. And maybe possibly another thing is, I feel like maybe you're not happy at work. I feel like maybe they love you, they love your job, or you really love your job, but you don't like the people you work with. Something like that possibly. But the thing is, what I try and preach to people is finding happiness in your everyday life. And what that means to me is there are going to be tons of things throughout my day that have me fucked up, okay? But I rather focus on the things that make me feel good throughout that day than the things that are making me feel bad. So if you specifically feel like you do have a crappy job and you hate it, or even you love your job and you hate your coworkers, or even in a relationship, a romantic relationship, or even friendship, you feel like people around you are pissing you the fuck off lately. That's how I feel. Especially with this Six of Wands, Five of Swords. I feel like lately people just ain't been rubbing you the right way. You know what I'm saying? And maybe people really love your energy, but you so much don't really love what it is that they are offering towards you. And the thing is that the things that you put your energy towards are going to flourish. So if you put your energy towards the things that make you happy and the things that are pleasing to you, then those things will further please you. You will have a vibration of gratitude, and then you are just manifesting the life that you want and deserve off rip without, no other things. So I just really feel like you guys, Cancer and Capricorn, for your life path, for sure, your higher calling is making that balance with work and your life, and just knowing that you absolutely can have it all when you find that balance and when you are doing the things that are going to bear fruit for other people. Peace out. So I know this video was hella long and some of the messages were super drawn out, but I really wanted to get every message that Spirit had for you guys. But the last thing I did was channel some songs. I posted these to Twitter, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say them for each of the North and South nodes. So for Aqua and Leo, the song that I channel for you guys is Needy by Ariana Grande. For Virgo Pisces, the song that I channel for you guys is Controller by Drake. For Aries and Libra, the song that I channel for you guys is Ultralight Beam by Kanye, Kelly Price, and Chance the Rapper. And it just really spoke to me. I have to say this for the Aries and Libra North Node. With you guys being about independence and togetherness, and how that song is a collaboration. Like, we hadn't heard Kelly Price on a record in years, and then Ye got her on an album. I feel like collaboration is just super important for you guys right now. Like, somebody that you least expected is going to want to work with you. Okay, so the song for Gemini and Sag is Listen by Beyonce from the Dreamgirls soundtrack. And for Cancer and Capricorn, the song that I channel for you guys is You Got It by Vito. I think that is how you pronounce his name. I'm going to link these songs below. I do have Apple Music, so sorry to you if you on Team Spotify or Google Play, whatever you listen to your music on, but we are Apple over here. So with that being said, I really enjoyed doing these readings, and I can't wait to come back and do them again. I hope you guys have an amazing, wonderful weekend. Love and peace to you.